Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Digital Signage Today podcast. I'm Judy Mottl, editor of Digital Signage Today, and we're talking with Jeff Van Houten and Jovani Torres from Cree LED. So Jeff is a product manager, and Jovani is a strategic business developer for Cree LED's high bright products. So good to have you guys here.
Good to be here.
So Cree LED is a well-known leader in the OEM LED market, and for many people, it feels like the brand's been around forever. But your team focuses on a specific product group within the company. So let's start off talking about what that looks like and how it fits into the overall bigger picture.
Absolutely, and you're right, Judy. Cree LED has been around for a while and has a long-standing reputation in the LED industry. Now, you'll find our technology in a wide range of applications, from general lighting like streetlights, portable lighting like flashlights, and horticultural systems used in greenhouses. We're really everywhere when it comes to lighting or general lighting. But our team, the group that Jeff and I belong to, is part of what we call the high brightness group. And what sets us apart is our focus on LED solutions for digital displays. Think large-scale signage, billboards, video walls, and public information type displays. So instead of just lighting up spaces, we're enhancing how people experience visual content. And our goal is to deliver that, LEDs that improve brightness, contrast, color accuracy, and ultimately making screens look their best in any environment, indoor or outdoor.
So Cree LED has been in the LED space for more than 3 decades, really from the very beginning of LEDs being used in digital displays. So what are some of the key innovations you guys are seeing, or that you've seen, and help bring to life, maybe that has truly influenced the industry?
So Cree LED has played a big role in shaping the digital display space. We've been behind many of the key technologies that are now industry standards. And one of the first major breakthroughs was launching the first outdoor surface mount LED. It's a waterproof LED. And what this LED did was make it possible to have durable, high definition, weather resistant digital signage. And that was a game changer for sports arenas, billboards, public spaces where reliability and performance matter, rain or shine. Another innovation is the introduction of the LED with a tilted viewing angle. This was in 2007. Now, that might sound nichey, but it did solve a huge challenge for off-axis viewing. And essentially what this LED did was it made the content shown on a screen look great even when the audience is not standing directly in front of the display. Another big step was our introduction of the multi-lens LED. It's an RGB LED. It's waterproof. We call it the CV94D LED. And instead of using 3 separate LEDs, we combined them into one single component. And what that meant was a much simpler assembly process, better color mixing, and a much cleaner overall design. All of this matters in large-scale, high-performance type displays. And most recently, we announced fusion beam technology. Now, this LED combines RGB dyes into one compact package with optics. And this innovation enabled a much thinner, lighter signage, easier for integration, up to about 4 times less light spill. And that's important when we're all trying to reduce light pollution. And it's a huge leap forward in terms of visual clarity, especially for icons, logos, and video content. And those are just a few examples. We're going to continue to invest in R&D, and this will enable us to stay well ahead of the curve. We're proud to have shaped where the market is today, and we're just as excited, about where it's headed in the future.
So there's been a lot of impressive technology that Cree LED has brought to life. How about sharing some real-world examples, places where people might actually see your products in action?
And this is the most important part of our work. Now, while a lot of what we do, happens behind the scenes, Cree LED products are powering some of the most visible and high-impact displays in the world. So let's start with stadiums and sports venues. Now, even if you haven't been to a game in person, you've likely seen our technology on TV. Our technology is used in major stadiums like Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas and SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, both of which chose Cree LED for our product reliability and long-term performance. Now, you'll also find us in basketball arenas like Intuit Dome, again in LA, and Chase Center in San Francisco. Our LEDs deliver ultra-bright visuals that bring a new level of excitement to basketball games. And it's just not professional venues. Our LEDs can also be found locally. In high school scoreboards, community sports fields, and city parks, again, bringing the same level of performance to local spaces. Then there's what people see every day on the road. Think digital billboards and highway signs. Our LEDs offer precise light control, high color accuracy, and the durability needed to perform 24/7, again, in all kinds of weather. And that's a huge deal when trying to cut down on light spill or ensure messages are clearly readable at a glance. And of course, we can't forget the iconic LED installations. These are, what the industry calls spectaculars. These are the massive displays you see lighting up Times Square or the Las Vegas Strip. Our LEDs are chosen for their brightness, directionality, color performance, and again, the ability to withstand harsh outdoor environments. So whether it's a world-class stadium, a roadside sign, or a famous digital landmark, Cree is likely behind the scenes helping deliver that amazing visual experience.
So that's a lot of examples where Cree LED has helped move the industry forward. And it really sounds like Cree LED has been a driving force behind the displays and the sign we see every day. What does it look like today?
Yeah, it's been exciting to see how far the industry's come, and we're proud that so much of that innovation came from Cree LED. But innovation isn't just about creating something new, it's also about protecting it. Over the years, we've invested heavily in R&D and to bring these advancements to market, and we've secured patents to protect that work. The challenges we've seen recently is that many of these patents have been ignored by others in the industry. For example, while there are a lot of outdoor display LEDs available today, some of those products are clear copies of Cree LED's technology without the innovation or investment that went into creating it. This kind of infringement doesn't just impact us, it slows the innovation across the industry because it drives prices down unfairly and removes the incentive to invest in new ideas. That's why we're taking active steps to protect our intellectual property. Last year, we actually entered into a licensing agreement with Daktronics that acknowledges both past and future use of our patents. It's a great example of how innovation can be respected and supported, but on the flip side, we've also had to take legal action against companies that continue to use our patents without permission. Last December, we filed an infringement case against a LED video display reseller with global distribution. And just this morning, we actually filed a patent infringement action against Nanolumens, a global LED display manufacturer. For those interested, you can actually find press releases on all of those on our Cree LED website. We've also proactively reached out to several other companies to put them on notice. We're watching the market closely and expect IP to be respected. Protecting innovation is key to keeping the industry moving forward, and it allows companies like us to keep doing what we do best, which is pushing the boundaries of LED performance.
I mean, I agree with that completely. Innovation takes R&D. And when someone takes your product and your IP, it sounds silly to say it's unfair, but it can impact the entire industry. So, there's a lot going on behind the scenes with Cree LED and with display technology. But for people in the market, those who are looking to buy LEDs, what does all of this really mean?
Great question. At the end of the day, this really comes down to awareness and responsibility. Whether you're a manufacturer, a reseller, a consultant, or an end user, it's important to ask the question, about the LEDs you're working with. What are you buying? Where is it coming from? And does it respect existing patents? Understanding whether a product is infringing isn't always straightforward, but it matters because when companies like Cree LED invest heavily in the innovation, that work needs to be protected for progress to continue. If the market is flooded by copycat products, it drives down the prices in ways that stifles R&D and ultimately hurts everyone, like you mentioned earlier. That's why we're proud of our latest innovations, like Jovani mentioned fusion beam technology, and we're even more excited about what's coming next. We have some really exciting product that we're working on to launch in the upcoming years. We want to keep driving the industry forward with those, but we can't do that alone. We're also very open about supporting companies with this. We know that IP can be a very complex space, so we're encouraging our partners and the broader industry to take a closer look at their supply chains. We're here to help with that. In fact, we actually offer a co-branding program that you can see on our website that others are using. That program gives companies access to our IP-backed technology and shows end users that they're working with a trusted, legal, and sound product. At the end of the day, we believe in transparency and collaboration. We want to help our partners succeed and grow while keeping the industry moving forward through real innovation and not just imitation.
Right. And that's very, very important for those who are buying the schools, the entertainment centers, knowing that they're getting, the right product and not a copycat, that only goes to, having a better solution in place. Um, you know, a faulty product down the road isn't going to help them, right? So
Right.
so IP is an issue everybody has to be concerned about. And it's been great talking with both of you about all this, and I think we've learned a lot about Cree LED's impact on the digital screen and signage industry. I mean, I know I did. As a final takeaway, what's the best way for our listeners and viewers or anyone who wants to learn more about your technology or how to verify their supply chain? How can they get in touch with you guys?
Yeah, first, thank you so much for having us, Judy. This was a great time, and it's good to be on here and talking about these things. Um, and yeah, it's great to be getting our name out there and telling people what we're all about. Cree is excited about how we're helping shape the future of digital displays like we shaped it in the past. But for anyone who has questions, whether it's about our product, technology, or supply chain transparency, we'd love to connect, like you said. You can reach out to us directly at hbhelp@cree-led.com or visit creeled.com, where we have dedicated resources for video screens and signage applications. We're always looking to collaborate, educate, and support others in the industry, whether you're designing, buying, or just exploring the possibilities of high-performance LED technology.
Well, thank you, Jeff and Jovani, for being here. To our listeners and viewers, please subscribe to the Networld Media Group YouTube channel. And also make sure you get over to Digital Signage Today and sign up for our newsletter so you'll never miss a podcast. Thanks again, guys.